Forget it. I blew it, people. Gosh darn it, I blew it. I left it to the last minute because I had Legal Bites running in the background with the Johnny Depp trial. And as I'm setting up for this stream, I hear one of Depp's witnesses gets dismissed and testimony struck because it turns out the witness was watching clips of other testimony during the trial. And then it makes me late for my own stream, which is not going to be talking about the Johnny Depp trial. Hold on, I'm going to bring the video in that I intended to start with, not the one that we're going to get to later. Yeah, this is the one. I'm going to take my face out of this because I don't want to be on screen at the same time that we watch this. And you'll find out why. Here's why. Let me just move this over here. I don't want to hear the echo of this voice while I play it. So I shall remove myself, do the intro I intended to do, and then we're going to get this stream started.
We know that the cost of living is going up. There are challenges with interest rates, there are challenges with the price of gas, there are challenges of the price of groceries. And what we demonstrated with this budget was a way of being there to support families without making it worse by remaining fiscally responsible. But like I said, during the pandemic, like we've been saying for 7 years, we will have Canadians' backs as our economy comes roaring back, as we create opportunities, as we fight climate change, and as we support families in their abilities to turn a house into a home.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat as we're going through that. People, I'm going to actually have to replay this and comment on it as we go along. This is the stuff that would make Mother Teresa swear. This is the type of stuff that would make my late grandmother, who never said a bad thing in her life about other people, it would make her say something bad. Let's just replay this from the beginning. Now, I don't typically make fun of the way people speak with, their verbal tics or their, speech tics, and tics in the sense of bad habits, except when I think it's material to interpreting the load of crap that is being crammed down our throats in real time. Justin Trudeau, my impression when he's flailing, when he's lying, which is often, he goes before every sentence, because it's like my projection is that it's difficult for him to spew this garbage out. But listen.
We know that the cost of living is going up. There are challenges with interest rates, there are challenges with the price of gas, there are challenges with the price of groceries. And what we demonstrated with this budget was a way of being there to support families without
being there to support families. How do you support families from increased costs that result from the government printing cash and sending hundreds of millions across the world? What do? You compensate them for the increased cost because of your actions. For someone who says the budget will balance itself, this is the type of fiscal irresponsibility that comes from not understanding how things work. Oh, this is my kid. Hold on. Hello? I am not able to pick you up. I'm doing a live stream right now. Text mom. Text mom. Okay. Bye. Whoops. Well, that was my daughter. Apparently, she's going to be late coming home. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, what was I saying? She interrupted me. That was supposed to be the beauty of the world, interrupting the rubbish of the...
making it worse by remaining fiscally responsible.
They're not going to make it worse. They're not going to make the problems they've made worse by being fiscally responsible. What does that mean?
Remaining fiscally responsible. There to support families without making it worse by remaining fiscally responsible. But
does someone want to explain what is not fiscally responsible about printing cash and putting Canadians in debt? What is it now? An average of like $30,000 of debt per Canadian. That's per every single Canadian. No, they're being fiscally responsible. But wait for the kick in the teeth followed by the uppercut to the groin, or the kick in the groin followed by whatever.
Like I said, during the pandemic, like we've been saying for 7 years.
Like we've been saying for 7 years. And this oblivious buffoon doesn't understand What's wrong with him saying, we've been saying this for 7 years and the problem just keeps getting worse, but we're going to keep saying it like we've been saying for 7 years. And you Pavlovian dogs, every time we say it, you seem to sit down and just wait with your tongues out.
We will have Canadians' backs as our economy comes roaring back, as we create opportunities, as we fight climate change, and as we support families in their abilities to turn a house into a home.
It's enraging. It's absolutely enraging. Let me remove that. To have this guy sit there and say, like he's been saying for 7 years, like he has been saying for 7 years, we're going to make life better for you. Indigenous community, we promise you, you're going to have clean drinking water. Like we've been saying for 7 years, just keep waiting. Canadians, we're going to be fiscally responsible by putting the country in arguably irreversible, crippling debt. No. It's and we're going to invest $1 billion not in healthcare, which was why you had to be locked down in your homes, because the healthcare system is so dilapidated that it can't accommodate several hundred people in a hospital at the flu season. We're going to invest $1 billion, not in healthcare, but in a discriminatory, racist vaccine passport system that you've implemented throughout this country. But like he's been saying for 7 years, they've got our backs. If you say that for 7 years and all you've effectively done is stabbed every Canadian in the back, I don't want you behind me anymore. I want you away from me. I want you in front of me where I can see you, and I want you away from me. Leave me alone, because nothing you have done in the last 7 years has done a lick of good for anyone in this country. It's oh my goodness. The Indigenous problem, the homeless problem, the drug addiction problem, the mental anguish in adolescence problem, all exacerbated, if not outright created, under Trudeau. Oh, but then he goes back and blames Harper, blaming Harper for his failings in real time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's got our back. I don't want you getting my back. I want you to leave me the heck alone. You've utterly destroyed the fabric of this country. You've sacrificed the future generations of the children of this country, and you want to talk to me about fiscal responsibility. I don't pick on people's credentials ever, except when they've gotten themselves, when they failed upwards into a position that they have no business holding and they have no life experience to understand. The budget will balance itself. It's like Nancy Pelosi saying, we have to pass the bill to see what's in it. That's not how it works. That is what we call bass backwards, putting the carriage in front of the horse. That is something only an individual who grew up with a trust fund, cushy life, who never had to have a real job, who never worked a business, who never started a business, who never had to fire employees, who never had to fill out the insane government regulations to operate a business. That's the privilege of someone like Justin Trudeau, that he gets to say, with no knowledge of anything, we're fiscally responsible. That nothing this government has done has been responsible. From day one of the pandemic, from day one of him coming into office, nothing he has done has been responsible fiscally, morally, constitutionally. Fiscally responsible. Yeah, let's donate all of Canada's, or not all of, let's donate significant amounts of Canadian PPE to China as the pandemic's coming. Oh, what's that? Long-term healthcare facilities are ill-equipped and now people are dying in long-term healthcare facilities? Well, let's exploit that number so that we can implement draconian, unconstitutional lockdown measures on Canada. Oh, what's that? We've locked you down and put you out of a job. Let's give each and every one of you $2,000 a month because we put you out of work. Oh, what's that? There's a massive amount of fraud, people making illegal claims, people defrauding the claims, corporations getting the $40,000 and then not repaying it back. Oh, we'll worry about that fraud afterwards. Right now, we're just going to keep locking you down. Oh, what's that? We have $1 billion? Yeah, let's implement the vaccine passport system. Let's not revamp or actually improve the healthcare system. Let's just blow this $1 billion by bribing off the provinces so that we can implement yet more draconian, unconstitutional, divisive measures. Oh yeah, and then let's go ahead and desecrate our Charter of Rights. Oh, that wasn't supposed to be the intro, but I guess that became the intro. Today's going to be an amazing stream.